Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Vanessa, Nessa, Sessa, Yaya V, all of the above depending who you are. This is part 2 of how I take my photos. I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my pictures in this video. Before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and welcome to the fam. I want this video to be pretty casual, so I'm just going to sit here and edit this picture as I normally would. So I'm here in my app library, and this is the picture that we're going to be editing. As of right now, I put a heart on this picture because it's easy for me to access rather than kind of looking through everything. There are a few in here that I'm going to edit, but for now I'm going to show you guys this one. So I did my best to stain this. This is a blanket that I use in the background. I did my best to stain it, but I was running low on daylight, so you guys can see the sunlight is kind of going down. So I want to smooth this out. So first thing I'm going to do is go into Facetone. There's 2 and there is 1. Facetone 2 kind of ask you to pay. So if I need something like this smoother done, I just go into Facetone 1 because it's not something that I use all the time and I don't feel the need to pay for it. Now within the first Facetone app, if you can see down here, there's tons of features and tons of things you can do. I'm gonna go straight into the smooth and click the double smoothing tool because I'm trying to smooth out this blanket. As you guys can see, just from going over it, you can start to see the blanket is kind of taking out some of those wrinkles that I have. Zoom in, go in there. This is pretty therapeutic to me. I love editing pictures. I don't care about taking like the crinkles from in there because that's part of what I personally like about the picture, but I kind of wanted that wrinkle stuff to be out of there. Down here when you click it, it shows you the before and then the after. So that is smooth right now. I click the check mark at the top and I'm gonna save this in my camera roll. There are 2 ways that I edit my picture depending what I want to do to the picture and all of that. One of them, the lazy way, is VSCO. The thing that I love about VSCO is that you can create several different presets that you enjoy based on what mood you're in around that time of the year, and you can save that in VSCO. A little tip that I usually like to do is go on Pinterest. What I would do is go into Pinterest, click search VSCO preset. And here's the app. As you can see, the very first one is the filter that I just put together for myself. If you click that, it gives you the direction of what to do. Literally step by step, it tells you what to do. So for me, this was a really helpful tool when I was trying to understand how VSCO works. I probably deleted this app twice before finally committing to it. I paid subscription for this. It is a subscription app. But once you click one filter, it takes you down into a rabbit hole. There's so many different filters. So how VSCO works is you come into here. So you will select the picture, you will click edit, and then you will follow that picture. So as you guys can see, this picture says C8 plus 12. That is this filter right here, C8. You will click that, plus 12 is all the way up here. Now I've already followed the directions, so I have this preset saved. But if you didn't have it saved, you can play within the edit it according to your skin tone. So if I want it all the way up, amplify like that, I will take it all the way up. If not, leave it halfway. So I think I'm going to leave it at, let's say 9 or 10, And then you go back here, it says exposure -5, -0.5, that's exposure, -0.5, you know, all that. I already have that. And once you have that saved down here, all my filters, over the year or so, I kind of create different settings based on, you know, different types of pictures, and I save them down here. This is that preset that I was just looking at. But what I like about, what I don't like is there's too much grain on here. I want a little bit more pink. You can play with the tools. So there was a little bit more grain. If you want a little bit more pink, I think I want more pink, or kind of just leave it neutral like that. This is the before, this is the after. You can go into that exposure and bring it up if you want, or take it down a bit more if you want. That sort of thing. And you can just play with your settings. The HSN tool, this is a tool that after using VSCO for quite some time, I got comfortable with using the HSN. In the beginning, I didn't really mess with this tool, but now I love it. And what I love about this is the orange. You can, you know, play with the saturation. I typically leave that there. You can tan up your skin some more if you wanted to. I'm already tan, I don't need to do that. But yellow, if there was a lot of yellow in the picture that you wanted to take out, you can take it out. If you wanted to increase, as you see, you can increase. The biggest thing about VSCO is kind of creating your own settings. If I click clear all, they already have their settings or their filters that's in here. That's great. I'm under the favorite tabs. These are filters that I use. But if you go to all, you guys can see all the filters that they have here. They have an endless amount, something for everyone. So you can just click on whichever one you want. For example, if I go to the popular page, these are what people are loving right now. If I click this is the before, this is the after. This one, my favorites, these are some of my favorites that I've used over the year. C8 is the one I'm currently using. So yeah, that's one way that you can kind of play with it. Like I said, I already have it saved here. If you want green, so not, you can go ahead and save it. That's my lazy tool. That's the tool that I use if I just want a picture, want to put a filter on it, put it up, I go to VSCO and I use it. Now if I want to be more particular, let's say I took a picture outside and the lighting's pretty bad, I will go into Lightroom. I will import the picture using this add button at the bottom. Let's import this picture. You go to light, you can play with the light if you want to increase the exposure in here. Typically I use this tool if the picture is pretty dark, but this one has a fair lighting because I use daylight. Contrast, I will play with the contrast tool ever so slightly. Sometimes it depends if I want the picture crisp or not. I go down to black and I like to bring out the blacks in the picture, so I'll bring that down to about 15. I'll go over to color. You go over to color. You can add more pink or green into the picture depending on what your feed is like, or what, you know, photo theme that you're after. Like I said, I've been loving the pinks lately, so I'm gonna do that. You can make the picture warmer if you want, or cooler if you want. You don't have to be that extreme, but you know, let's say for this one we want to make it warm like that. At the top is mix. It's that same tool that I just told you guys about in VSCO, and pretty much you can play with the reds. If there was red in the picture and I wanted to, you know, bring those reds to life, you can play with this tone. I don't really have much red in here. Orange goes for skin tone and my hair, because my hair is blonde. So in this picture, I'm gonna take it down like -4. Saturation, you can lower the saturation if you want to soften or increase. I'm going to leave it at 0. Same thing for yellow. I like to take down yellow a bit just because I have blonde hair of lately. So right now, that's just the tool that I use, like that. I'm just playing with the pink tool because of the color of my dress. See, I can play with this and add more purple in here if I wanted to, which is what I was trying to do because I'm a bit more washed out. It's a bit more washed out, so I'm just going to add a little bit purple in the picture. Click done. This is just, and then I go back into lighting and I'll play with the lighting again, see what I want to add. I think I'm going to bring down the white a little bit because I want some of that shadow in the background to show. So reduce that a bit. So this is if I didn't want to put too much filter on it. I kind of just wanted to amplify the picture. Here you go. This is kind of what I would use. I use Afterlight. I'll show you guys what I use Afterlight for. Okay, so let's go into Afterlight. So I wanted to show you guys what I do with Afterlight. Let's say we're coming here and this is the picture that I edited. I click use. What I love about lights is, Afterlights are the dusk effect. So you click those little 2 circles down at the bottom. When you click dusk, as you see, it adds dust over your picture, and you can select, you can scroll or move, around to select what dusk that you want. They have so many different kinds. There's this kind here, which I think I like this one. But it kind of just gives it, like a little bit oomph, depending what type of picture it is. I think I'm feeling this one. It's always so hard for me to select what dusk I want to use. Is it just me? Do you guys experience this? It's always a lot more complicated. So, and then you can choose if you want the black dusk or white, how much, how little. It's all up to you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, all that good stuff. Let's just say we keep that. The light feature in here also is something that I use sometimes. I use this in my previous picture that I posted, but you can kind of bring a little bit of pink light in. You can choose where or how you want this light and just turn it down or up. You guys get the gist of it. You get it. Let's keep this one, and then we can go ahead and save it to our phones. That is pretty much how I edit my pictures. I use them all as a combination. What I actually want to do on this picture is add the date. So in order to add a date, I use this app, the Cooning Cam. I've been enjoying this lately. So you will bring the picture in, you click edit at the bottom of the screen, date, the capital A and little a, you click that to kind of select what you're trying to put on the screen. There you go to the right is what I want, that date. And then you can either rotate it, make it big. I want to make it smaller, and I think I would like to put it up there just because of the lighting on the picture. You can better see that. So this just gives you like a nice vintage vibe that I just really been enjoying. And there you have it. This is the final picture. So I'll show you guys how I went from this to this. Mostly using VSCO. VSCO is your friend. Get familiar with VSCO. I can do a whole video on how you play around with VSCO. VSCO. Something that I've been doing recently is when I'm taking a picture, I make sure I take it on the 4.3 or square on the phone, on the iPhone. And when I import my pictures into Instagram, what I always like to do is go into the edit. Instagram is a great brightening tool, by the way. Like if you guys brighten your pictures, Instagram is awesome for that. Their brightness. I go into sharpen. It's the very last one, and I just like to put this on like 15, because when you post your pictures on Instagram, it loses some of that nice crisp quality. So I just like to push it up a bit before posting. And there you have it. That's it, guys. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna stop here. If you guys have any further questions, or if there's some specific picture on my Instagram that you're interested in how I edited it, please do not hesitate to ask. And I am here to give you guys all the tips and tricks. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. If you guys did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, follow me over on Instagram so you can see this picture when it goes. I mean, it's already up, but follow me on Instagram so you can go and like this picture, because I just showed you guys how to edit it. So yeah, guys, I will catch you guys when I catch you. Like I said, stay humble, and bye, guys.